Hello again, it's me, Mr. G, the founder and CEO of SOLSET Entertainment. And guess what today is, boys and girls? You already know. Boom. Just start and see where it goes. No, really, just start and see where it goes. Now, what does that mean to you? Because this is our wonderful book week. We're talking about writing books and editing and all those wonderful things. Just stop. That's literally what it means. Just stop. Because the hardest thing, oh, it's too early for that. Come on, English is killing me. But with that, boom, what does that mean? Literally what it means, just start. Start something, start somewhere. You know, there's this old story about a rabbit, and a turtle, or maybe a tortoise. Or, yeah, the rabbit and the hare, turtle and the tortoise. The turtle was running and somehow beat the rabbit, and if you don't know the story, well, hey, I'll fill you in anyway. So what it comes down to is there's a rabbit, and the rabbit was just hopping along, and it's going full throttle. It's like giving it everything he's got because they're going to race. They're like, I'm the rabbit, I'm the baddest, I'm the fastest, I'm the coolest kid on the playground, Mr. Hippity Hop, hops a lot. That's what I call him, Hippity Hop, hops a lot. And then there was a turtle, and the turtle's all, slow, taking his time, moving about, but he was consistent. That's what his strength was, consistency. You dig? He was consistent. He constantly did what he had to do to get where he was going. Constantly. You dig? So, with that being said, when it was finally for the big day, the race, everybody came out, all the cute little bunny rabbits, the cute little tortoises, there was probably a bear, and a giraffe or something, all the exotic animals, just a little bit of everybody. They wanted to see this race because this is a big deal, you know what I'm saying? This is hippity hop, the fastest rabbit, in the whole area, and the turtle. The turtle was slow, but hey, that's okay. So, like a beaver came out and he's like, on your mark, get set, go. And they were off. They say, hippity hop's gone. He took off full sprint, no holds bar, zero, there's no energy left. He just gave it his all. And then he just kept going. And that turtle, he just, he crossed the line. He like the starting line. He crossed the starting line. He started. He started. Both of them started. That was the key point. You got to start. So he started and he made his way. He was going. The next thing you know, he just trotting along. Do-do, 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 do-do. Just walking. And he kept on walking and walking. But then going back over the turtle, the rabbit just booking it. Just giving it everything he got, killing himself. He didn't stop to smell the roses. He didn't even see the roses. Nothing. He's just gone. Just gone. There's nowhere else for him to go. Gone. That's where he was at. He was just that fast. He booked it. All right. And then the turtle, he just chilling. Doo-doo, doo-doo. He was steadily going forward. Pressing forward. That's literally what he did. Constantly pushing forward to achieve his goal. His goal was a win. He wanted to win. That was it. But he kept pushing forward, that consistency. Then eventually, that turtle just kept going. That's it. That's all he kept doing. Then the rabbit over there, he booking it. And eventually he just burnt out. I'm oh man. I'm burnt out. And he looked around, he was looking for the turtle. He's like, man, that turtle ain't nowhere near me. I smoked him. I'm going to take me a little quick nappy nap. Next thing you know, I'm about to get back up in this race and win for that victory. About to take a V today. Get that gold, you dig? Max Platinum. That's where his mind was at. He's like, I'm going to stop. I'm going to just quit. I'm going to quit right here, take a break. I ain't worried about nobody else. All right, so he lost his competitive edge. That's what he did. He just chill out and went to sleep. Took a nap. But that turtle just kept on going, and he just kept on going. He just kept pushing forward. He had to cross over. He had to face all the same obstacles the rabbit did. Obviously, the rabbit, he could hop over a lot of stuff, So there's a lot of obstacles that the rabbit, he just, there was that river that he had to cross. Turtle had to swim across that. He couldn't just hop over that, And there was a little hill. The rabbit, He said, I'm not even going up the hill. He just hopped his way around it. You know, he's like, hey, I'm fast enough. I can make it around this. So he just ran around it. The turtle, he went up the hill, down the hill. You know, he did that. It was a struggle? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a struggle, but he did that. Next thing you know, got the rabbit. You know, he was freaking. What else he crossed? He crossed a little blue lagoon. Yeah, it was a blue lagoon. And then turtle, he crossed that blue lagoon too. But he just kept going. There was obstacles in his way, but he kept going. He didn't stop. He didn't let it slow him down. He kept consistent pace. He was consistent. And then the next thing you know, the rabbit, he woke up. He's like, he woke up. He's like, man, what's going on? What's going on? I don't know. Yeah, he woke up. That rabbit woke up. And what was wrong with rabbit? What's wrong with rabbit? Take a wild guess. I know you know the story already, but still, I'm telling you what happened to rabbit. Rabbit said, hey, I'm finna book it now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this race. He got to the finish line and saw everybody was gone. Wasn't nobody there. He's like, man, I must have finished so quick. You know, I'm already, I was moving. That turtle's still over there. So he crossed the finish line and then he just waited. He waited and he waited. And then the next thing you know, somebody walked up to him. It's like, hey, rabbit, what you doing? Why don't you go home? He's like, why would I go home? The race isn't over yet. And he's like, the race has been over. Turtle already finished. Turtle finished because he was consistent. He started and he was consistent. And it worked in his favor. So now, what's the moral of that story? Consistency. And starting consistency. Yeah, it's crazy, right? You gotta start. Now, when it comes to writing books, obviously last week, like I said, you have an idea. You can start with your idea, flesh it out. Then from there, take that idea and expand upon it. All right? Once you expand upon it, start writing. Is it going to be perfect? Probably not. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be something. It has to be something tangible. It's like if I told you, hey, I'm going to give you $1 million for your work right now that you have not completed. What sense does that make? Why would anybody do that? Why would someone give you something for something that you have not done? This isn't a thing. Now, once you get some clout, you actually get some standing and people know and they know where you come from. Yeah, you can probably do things like that. But when you're at the level we're at right now, where we're just starting, just write. Start and write. Read it. Read. See what it looks like. Adjust it. Make it work in your favor. Because at the end of the day, in a rabbit race, we're trying to be turtles. We're trying to get that consistency. That consistency. You start, you consistently go, and you finish. Start, consistently go, finish. Start, consistently go, finish. And that's what it comes down to. Because if you can't start, then you can't go anywhere. And it's that simple. If you don't have the consistency to continue to push forward, well, then you're not going to make any progress. And if you don't have a point that at least relates to what's the finish for you, well, guess what? Hey, it's done. There's nothing after that. You know what I'm saying? So you start, you build that consistency, and you finish. Man, that word, consistency. And that's a struggle. I'm like I said, hey, consistency. It takes some, you got to throw some discipline into that. There's people who don't got it. But it doesn't mean, just because you don't got it, don't mean you can't learn it or adapt or build the habit. I'm sorry. I'm keep going. I'm not going to quit. Because this, for me, once again, falls into that. I've started. And I'm going to show I have that consistency. And then when I reach that point to where I'm finished, whatever that point is, I'm not even at that thought process right now for this to be done, for this to be finished. And writing's the same way. You have to start something. Doesn't matter what comes out. So, shifting back. Yay! Pyaw! All right, so remember our wonderful little story about the tree? Yep, the little tree. Well, you started it out in your mind. Once upon a time, hey, there's those cliche starters. Once upon a time, there was a little seed named Seedling, and he was so sad because the wind came and blew him away. And with the wind, he flew and fluttered all across the land. And then before you knew it, he was in another place that he did not desire. As he landed all alone by himself, he started to grow and saw the other little trees around him. The other little trees treated him very unfairly because he was not like them. But eventually, as he got older, he grew taller and his freaking leaves were brightly colored. They were not like the other trees. He's very unique. But before you know it, there were these strange two-legged creatures that came forth, and they started to take away all the other trees and made the little sapling sad because he was all alone. But then they started to build strange little areas around the tree. And that tree grew to love this area, for eventually he grew old enough to bear seedlings. His little seedlings would grow and sprout out, and they would see the other humans, and the humans would take his little seeds and carry them away. And then eventually, the little lot where he was, there was multiple plants, multiple trees that were with him. And he was no longer alone. And he lived happily ever after as a granddaddy tree. Or if it's a grandmommy tree, whatever, it's a tree. I don't think there's, how trees work. But the point is, you have to start. I can't stress that enough. Start. You gotta start. All right. So regardless of what your book or your story is gonna be about, you have to start. Start writing. And the thing that's crazy about writing, the more you write, the better you get at what? Writing. You dig? Yeah. So, in regards to the story that I just said, that came off the dome, there's going to be more into that. So by the time this month is over, that's going to be a full-fledged story. And that'll be something I'll be able to share with you all at the end of this month. Because once again, that's one of my personal goals, to have a book written every month. So that's going to be a thing. And do understand, like, my recap, I'm going to go back to that a little bit. That recap kind of bugged me a lot because there's some goals that I had for this month or for January that I was not able to hit. So this coming February, I really have it kind of hit me to my core because I have no desire to come back on here and do a February recap and tell you, hey guys, I missed my deadlines again. Yay, goals not met. But I'm learning. So, hey, this is competition. Me versus me in a battle of awesome. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this one up a little early because... Sorry. Sorry. I'm going to wrap this one up a little early just because of the simple fact. I have to say this to you again. You got to start. You got to start. Because if you don't start, then you can't finish. It's just that simple. If you're in it to win it, you know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning. And if you start to type until you can't type no more, then before you know it, you're going to be in the stores talking about your books. They'll have little hooks. And then you can be like the weird kid on the internet, help me get books in the store. You dig? Yeah. So, with that being said, this is what I'd say. If you write your books, you got to start today. Don't worry about what your product is because you're going to be the one winning, kid. Yeah. Boom. Okay, yes, that was super corny. I know this. But once again, I can't stress enough. You got to start. You got to start. You got to start. Because when you have, as I've restated, it's strange to restate it as many times as I'm probably going to add emphasis to it. But once you start, then you're able to finish. Yeah. So start, consistency, finish. Is it going to be perfect? Probably not. But hey, that's the process. You got to learn and adapt and evolve and learn. So with that being said, this is another SOLSET Entertainment production. I appreciate you stopping by. If you like the material, like it. And even tell me what you like about it. If you don't like it, most definitely tell me what you don't like about it. And then that way I can, critique what you're talking about and probably make some moves. And subscribe now. Boom. I'm out. Mr. G.